Hi all, welcome back to my channel. My name is Hope Nkwo, your accounting software consultant. So today I'm going to show you how to set up inventory the right way using Zoho books. So what is inventory? Inventory are those items that you buy and sell. And inventory also include what service item. Service item that your business render to customers. Service item like consulting, all these things are service item, training fee, all these things are service item. So when setting up a service item, you don't need to set them up when creating your inventory. You just need to create the account. You just need to create the account in your chart of accounts. For example, you want to set up consulting income as a service that you render to customer. You create an account for it, you select consulting income, then the account classification, you select income. So when you are issuing invoice to that customer, you can actually select consulting income. So if it was QuickBook Desktop, you have to go and create consulting as a service item. If it was QuickBook Desktop, you have to create it as a service item, or other accounting software. You have to create it as what is service item. Then when you create it as a service item, then when you are now creating invoice for that customer, you'll be able to what set it up. Do you understand? But using Zoho Books, you just need to what create an account for it. When you create an account, you can be able to what select it. So now we're going to set up our physical inventory. So to do that, you click on items, you select item, then you click on this plus to create that item. So if you observe, this is our inventory window. This is the name, this is the unit, then these are other information. So I'm going to explain all these things. So now what we are going to do is that we're going to enable inventory tracking. We're going to turn on that setting so that we'll be able to track any item that we buy and also any item that we sell. So that's what we are going to do. So to do that, we'll click on this J icon, which is the settings. You click on it. I'll select leave and discharge changes. Then we'll go to general. Then you select items. Now look at what we are going to do. We're going to turn on enable inventory tracking. So first, this is what you see. So now let's turn on that setting. You select enable inventory tracking. So are you seeing it? Look at the dates. As of which date is asking which date you want to start tracking your inventory, any item that you buy, and also the item that you sell. So since we'll be posting, like we'll be posting transaction from November 2025. So I'm going to use November 1st, 2025. Because our transaction that we'll be using in this case study start from November. So that's what we'll be posting. We're posting transaction from November. Now show and out of stock warning. So when your inventory has reached a minimum level, the software will warn you. So that's what it means. So this one is notify me if an item quantity reaches the other points. So let me just leave this. Track landed cost on item. I'll select yes. Then I'll click on save to save the settings. So now we'll click on close settings. So now if you scroll down, you see um, turn on track inventory for this item. So I'm going to turn it on. I'll tick it. As you can see, it will display those things that were not available. So now because we have turned on the setting, that's where you can see the inventory account and also inventory valuation method. Is it FIFO or weighted average method? That's what it means. So now since we are setting up our physical inventory, we are going to use, since we are setting up our physical inventory, let's work with what we have in our case study. So these are the items that we're going to set up. Apple laptop. I'll type it here, Apple laptop, and also put the same thing in this sales description. Remember all these things that I taught you when we are setting up QuickBooks. You see sales description, you also see purchase description. So when you are selling, you'll be able to see it in the description box, and also when you are buying, you'll be able to see it in the description box instead of you typing it. Once you just select it, it will just pop up in description box. So now the unit is talking about how do you measure this item. Is it that you measure it in pieces, or you buy it in pieces, or in kilogram or centimeter? So you select pieces, PCS. So you type PCS. Okay. So now the inventory account, you select inventory assets. Then the method of valuation, we are going to use FIFO, first in, first out. Then you select save. Look at this preferred vendor. The preferred vendor is talking about the vendor that you prefer buying this item. If you buy from different vendors, you don't need to set it up again. You just need to leave it. Don't select anyone, it's optional. So while I was able to see all these vendors because I've set them up already. If you remember, I uploaded a video of how to set up inventories and of how to set up vendors, your vendors and also customers. So that's why I'm able to see the list of my vendors because I've set them up already. That's why I'm able to see it. That's why I told you that if you want to start using any accounting software, you need to set up your 4 key elements, which is your chart of accounts, your customers, then your vendors, and also your inventories. So they are very, very important. So I'm going to click on save. Please enter the rates. Okay, selling price. Okay, so this is the selling price, 80,000. Put it here. You remove that comma, remove the comma. So in cost, the cost price, copy 40,000. Remove that comma. Okay. Then you select save. To save. So the next item I want to set up, I'll click on new. The next item is Sunny CD. I'll copy it. I'll paste it here. Do the same thing here. And also do the same thing here. Then in pieces, I'll select pieces. The selling price is 80,000, while the cost price is 30,000. So I'll just type 80,000 and the cost price is what? 30,000. Then I'll select save to save it. So as you can see, okay, I didn't select the method of valuation. So I'll click on track inventory for this item. I'll select first in, first out. And I click save to save it. Then as you can see, I can actually enter the quantity on hand, but I don't want to do that because this is a new inventory. So we're not meant to enter any quantity on hand. It's a new inventory. So continue, click on new. So the next item is what? ISA desktop. ISA desktop. This is selling price is 70,000 and the cost price is 20,000. So you remove that comma. The description, okay, copy. Oh. So the description is the name of this item. Always put it. The method of valuation. I'll click on track inventory for this item. I'll select FIFO. Okay, the inventory account. I didn't select inventory assets. I'll select save. So the next item I want to set up is HP desktop. HP desktop. How much is it? It is 97,000. While the cost price is 48,000. Okay, let me type 48,000 here. Then 97,000. Remove that comma. Then I'm going to what? Turn on these settings. I'll select inventory assets. I'll select FIFO. Then I click on save. I'll click on new create another item. So the next item is Dell laptop. That's the last physical inventory. I'll do the same thing. The selling price is 90, while the cost price is 60,000. Okay, so I'm going to turn on track inventory for this item. I'll select FIFO. So we are done setting up our physical inventory stock, and I'm going to click on save to save it. So this is how you set up your inventory in QuickBooks. So these are the list of items that I've created already. Look at them: Dell laptop, HP desktop, ISA desktop, Sony CD, Apple laptop. So these are my physical inventories that I've set up.